Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic book store again this week. Another Wednesday for me instead of my usual Thursday. But how to show you the freebies I got first, along with 6 new comics and an Image Plus magazine. I'm such a sucker for the freebies. Here's a Wonder Woman tiara for Wonder Woman Day. What the heck am I going to do with this? I have no idea. It'll probably just go in the box with a bunch of other freebies I have, never to be anything done with them. And these are the Wonder Woman magic bracelets that bullets bounce off of. Plus they had Wonder Woman Day Special Edition Rebirth. I guess this is one of the issues. I don't even know which one since I haven't been reading Wonder Woman. One from the new Rebirth series. I just picked these up for the heck of it. I mean, they're free. They're, go in the recycle bin maybe. Then we've got Image Plus, Redlands. Image at 25, Todd McFarlane. They've been interviewing one of the founding Image members each issue. I always enjoy Image Plus. Spawn for you. They give you, there's a little Todd McFarlane interview. They always give you a little look at some comics. 4-color, self-obsessed, word find. There's a comic, and of course we've got Here's Negan in the back. Like I said, it's a little preview book. I can see if there's any issues I want coming up, and that's about Image Plus. You know what? I think when Here's Negan is finally done, I'm gonna tear all the Here's Negan pages out of my issues, throw the rest away, and bind them in a new book. That's my plan as of right now. Next, we have Southern Cross issue number 12. I think this is the end of the second story arc. And I have been enjoying this thoroughly. Got all psychedelic on us at the end. I think that's the woman from the first story arc in this psychedelic, or that's her dead sister in this psychedelic world. It has just been excellent. First story arc was about being on a spaceship over to this mining colony. The second story arc has been all about this mining colony. There's been trouble, unrest, mysterious things, a murder, giant sound effect, and some sort of alien presence, I think. What do we got on the back? Something different. Oh, those are the two sisters when they were kids. But I have to say, Southern Cross has been one of my favorite books recently. Of the last 12 issues of it. How long has this been coming out? At least a year, maybe a year and a half. But if you haven't checked it out, give it a read. The first story arc and the second story arc are two completely different plots, though they've got similar tones. So give it a look. And here is Kill or Be Killed, number 9, nominated for 4 Eisner Awards. Brubaker, Phillips, Breitweiser. This has been excellent and premature. Been excellent from start to finish. It's funny, I was talking in my comic shop today, and the Roy, the owner of the shop, was asking me how this was. And I was like, it's excellent. I'm really enjoying it. Because he said that one of his other customers who's been buying it is frustrated at the pace the story is moving along. And I was like, well, that's because this is specifically a monthly comic. It's not written for the trade, written in story arcs like their other works were. This is just kind of, like I said, he specifically said, Ed Brubaker specifically said he wanted to write a monthly comic with sort of no end in mind for it, and that's kind of how it's been moving along too. It hasn't moved along at a written for the trade pace. So I'm sure that's what that guy was responding to, because it's not something that's done a whole lot lately. And each issue is pretty much done in one, with a little cliffhanger at the end, maybe. So really enjoyable. Kill or Be Killed, number 9. And here we go with Saga number 43, the 25-cent issue. And it's funny, I had no memory of how the last issue of Saga ended, because it's been a little while, it's been on hiatus. But then someone reminded me that it was with these 6 or 8 blank black pages. I just happened to see that on Twitter. Someone mentioned it. I was like, oh yeah, I remember those stupid 8 blank pages. But I can't even remember what led up to those 8 blank pages now. The memory of flipping through black ink just made me go, what? I don't remember what happened before all the black ink. But anyway, Saga's always fun. Oh, look, it's a rainbow zebra. Anything on the back? Nope. That's a waste of space right there, but oh well. Saga's I always enjoy it. Issue number 43. Try it out for a quarter. And next we have Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda's Monsterous. Issue number 12, that would be. Nice design on the back. That's one of the old gods, I think. This has really been taken off lately. We've really been getting answers. And this lovely high fantasy design stuff. That's one of the, oh god, what's her name? I've immediately forgotten. One of the high priestesses. But we've been finding out a lot of answers to what's been going on, and wars with the old gods. See that we finally found out what that piece of mask was. It was something to do with, I've already forgotten, and I read it just recently. Something to do with the war between the old gods and the old people, and the old gods are coming back, and stuff like that. It's real high fantasy stuff, and very, 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 very well done. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. Like I said, the art is really its own kind of thing. It's very, see, I won't even call it, I wouldn't call it sketchy because it's very finished. But I think it's finished in pencil and paint or digital, not ink. So it's kind of a different look than I'm used to, but it's really effective. Sana Takeda is an excellent storyteller, so give Monsterous a try. And here we go with Motor Girl, issue number 6. There she is with her hallucinating... Oh, she's got... I was like, what is she holding? She's got a cord attached to a UFO, because aliens showed up at the end. Matter of fact, I think someone shot down an alien ship. So whatever going on in this crazy hallucinating story, the aliens are real. I've been enjoying this one thoroughly. Of course, I'm a big Terry Moore fan. Matter of fact, Undisputed Frost was just tracking down some Strangers in Paradise issues I was missing when he was out at his shop. So I should have a video of those whenever he sends them to me. I traded them for one of my Herb Trimpe Hulk 181 covers. So I've been a fan of Terry Moore for a long time, and getting Motor Girl. And our final comic of the week is Uber Invasion, issue number 6. If you're not buying this one, you should be. It's excellent. And I think that someday I'm going to have to track down the first series, which went 31 issues, because she was one of the British superpowered people who something went wrong with. So I don't think she can walk, but she's still super strong. As a matter of fact, I think this scene kind of took place, something like this, last issue, where they tried to inspect where she was hiding, and she ended up crushing the guy. Uh-oh, San Diego. I don't want to... Last we saw, last issue, one of the Japanese battleships, which are superpowered people, they said he ended up in San Diego. This takes place during World War II, matter of fact, near the end at 1945, except the Germans have figured out how to make superpowered people, and that has extended the war, and the British were trying to make superpowered people too, and the Americans... And they're behind the Germans, so the superpowered guys invaded the U.S. and so far have destroyed Boston and New York. And the Germans gave some of the technology to the Japanese, who one Japanese superpowered guy just landed in San Diego at the end of last issue. They just got word, and I guess he destroyed San Diego. So this is all about how are the Americans going to catch up in this superpowered arms race. Really, really good, intense, violent stuff. I mean, there's skull crushing on the cover. I really want to track down the first series. I read some of it digitally, but then was like, I want to read the whole thing on paper. So I stopped. And I'll track it down someday. But meanwhile, I'll read Uber Invasion, which is the second volume of Uber. And next we'll give you a little look at our background art. They're in Mylar, so. These are prints I did a long time ago. This is St. Bridget from a series of saints and goddesses from 2007. It's drawn with pen and ink, and then all the color is done on the computer. I use Adobe Illustrator for all this, and I create patterns and stuff like that. Like all these are done right in Illustrator. Well, that was from my Saints and Goddesses series, and this one's even older. This is one of my words and Dreadnought. From 2003, I think. Got some violet, purple, and yellow butt cheeks. Some random angular people. And one of my faces that I drew. Dreadnought. I like putting words and pictures together in prints. That satisfies me. Words and pictures. Imagine that. I like them together. But anyway, there's just a couple of prints of mine. I used as background, and you guys all have a good week out there.